Happy Thursday. Is it Thirsty Thursday? Thrilling Thursday? What kind of Thursday are you having today? So today we are going to talk about drug formularies. And have you ever been given a new prescription and you've gone to the pharmacy and you're very shocked at how much that prescription costs you? And you either pay it reluctantly or you leave without the medication because it was too expensive. Well, I've had that happen a couple of times just recently this week when a prescription was $500. So how do you avoid this? Well, you can look in your drug formulary. And a formulary is just an insurance term that means list. It's a list of covered drugs. And inside the list, the formulary, all of the medications that the carrier covers will be listed in tiers. And tier just means level. And it's usually tiers 1 through 5, with 1 and 2 being usually generics and low-cost name brands. And these are going to be your least expensive drugs. So a lot of times you can get a 90-day supply of tier 1 generic medication for a $0 copay. The higher the tier level, the more expensive the medication. When you get to tiers 4 and 5, those are going to be specialty drugs or name brand drugs. Usually if your drug is being actively advertised on the television, it's going to fall between tiers 3 and 5 and going to be more expensive or the most expensive medication that you have. All right, so where can I find my drug formulary? Well, if you have a good agent, they will give you your plan documents every year. And inside these documents is going to be a formulary with all of the listed medications and at what tier level they are approved at. If you don't have those documents, you can go online to the carrier's website and search for your plan, and they will be in the plan documents and the summary of benefits. And then you can also find the information in your portal, your member portal online. All right. So let's say that your provider prescribes you a drug that's not covered by your insurance company. What can you do? Well, you can file for an exception. The carrier will provide you a form that your doctor will need to fill out stating why you need this medication and why an alternative medication does not work for you. And then they will send that back to the carrier, and then they will make their decision on whether you are approved or not. If they do approve it, it's usually going to be at a much higher tier level, so be prepared for a higher cost share. But they could also deny it. And if they do deny it, they will give you instructions on how to file an appeal. Okay, another way to avoid a lot of this is to take your formulary with you to the doctor's office. That way they can look to see what drugs are covered on your plan, because they have no clue. They have no idea what drugs are covered under what plan and at what tier level and what cost to you. So take that, and then if they can't find what they're looking for, they'll maybe can find an alternative drug or a generic drug that will work just as good. So formularies change every year. So it's always good to take all of your medications and make an appointment with your agent and have them put that into the carrier's pharmacy calculator to determine what your yearly costs are going to be for those medications, and to see if that those medications have changed tier levels or are going to be covered for the next year. So let's recap. All right, so a formulary is just a list of drugs that are covered by your carrier. And a tier is just another word meaning level. And they usually fall in levels 1 through 5, with 1 being the least expensive, 5 being the most expensive. All right, and where can you find it? You can find it in your plan documents, or you can find it online. And you need to review your prescription formulary every year with your agent. So if you don't have an agent, make an appointment with me today, and I will be happy to go over all of your medications and to find the plan that's going to give you the best prescription cost. All right, I hope that some of this was valuable to you today. I hope that you have a great rest of the day.